Good morning, everyone. Good to see you again. Okay, so today I started little earlier because for some reason yesterday I had a problem with connection on YouTube. I was sending data and I mean everything was good on my side, but for some reason I don't know what's going on. But YouTube gave me a problem already a couple times. But let me know, please, if you can hear me, if you can see me. I see there's a lot of people actually already there, and I really do appreciate people connected on Facebook, people connected on YouTube. Let me know, please. Okay, let me know, please, if you can see me. So looks like on the Facebook there's a problem. Hold on just a second, okay? Hold on just a second. Let me check. Okay, what about the quality? Is that okay? I mean, is it jogging or, you know, let me know, please. Okay, that's good. Judy, so thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, everyone who actually already said good morning. Good morning, polls. There's multiple polls. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Kathleen, or I don't know if I mispronounce your name. My apologies. I'm not trying to butcher anyone. Juan Marco, buenos dias. ¿Cómo está? Ernie, good morning, or should I say good day? So Brent, good morning. Bob, good morning. Roy, good morning. Everyone. Ivan, good morning. Mahid, good morning. Mark, good to see you. Okay, so I missed you. I know you emailed me about Mark Adams' school delay and postponed. I did not get email yet from Mark personally. I don't know if it's going to be in another dates. I know my, of course, later classes, they did not postponed. I mean, in the fall in Mark Adams. I'm still, I believe, on for May in Maine, state of Maine. Okay, so if you want to check, just to check my calendar, there's a links in the chat. If you want to meet me in person and shake my hand, so that would be wonderful. All right, so Maine is okay. Let me see who else is connected right here. Oh, people, wonderful people. I've got email from one of you that this person tried to multiple times to greet me and say hello, Alex, but for some reason I missed him. Okay, I did not ignore, so it wasn't on purpose. I didn't want to be mean, absolutely not, but sometimes chat is going really quick and I'm missing some of the points. Well, I mean, if I can just make my fonts a little smaller, maybe I can read a lot more, but see, I have glasses, and glasses even with the glasses I still have to get bigger you know, fonts, so that's why I'm sometimes just missing. Okay, Cat, wonderful, so I can call you a Cat. Cat, good to see you. Great. Julie, good to see you. Great. So wonderful people. So I hope weather is good. And Ben from Michigan, so he called me yesterday traitor. The reason why, because I actually used to live in Grand Rapids for a year, like in 1996. Okay, so I used to live in Grand Rapids for 1 year. But you have to understand, it was when I just immigrated to United States, no language. Well, I shouldn't say no language. Actually, when I came to United States, in 2 weeks, pretty much in 2 weeks, I walked to driver's license office. And you know, if you're in Michigan, it used to be, I don't know how about now, but there was it used to be 40 questions for the driver's license, okay? And I had to walk to the driver's license office to get my driver's license. I walked for a long time, like about an hour or so, just one way to get the driver's license, and that was March. And you know, in March in Michigan, it's almost same like in Russia, it's still snowing, okay? So and I just walked right there and took 40 questions without any English. Well, I shouldn't say without any English. While I was in jail, actually, I had a chance to get the book. My mother gave me a book about English. So understand, it's just the book without hearing any pronunciation, without anything. And I was just trying to get 100 words a day, English words, whatever the pronunciation is supposed to be, whatever sounded good to me. But at least while I was in jail, I had a really good vocabulary of some English words. So in any case, in 2 weeks, I walked to a driver's license office and took my tests, and I did not fail. That was a miracle for me. I got the driver's license with the 40 questions from try number 1. Okay, I mean, from the first time. So that is what I'm trying to say. So that was something. And Grand Rapids is a great city, nice. I mean, Grand Rapids is actually more Dutch people. I mean, from Holland, ancestors from Holland. I mean, there's 2 cities actually, Zeeland and Holland, close to Grand Rapids. But the problem was in Michigan, even in 1996. Job, okay? So without the language, when I came to United States, yes, I came on like end of the week, like I believe Saturday when I came to United States, immigrated. By Monday I already had, Sunday I went to church, and Monday I had the first job as a framer, rough carpenter, okay? But because no language, I could read, but I couldn't communicate really well. People, those framers, they kept me for a couple days. So I survived a couple days as a level number 1 woodworker. Okay, so whatever that means. But anyway, good to see you. Hello, Mahit. Am I pronouncing your name really good? I mean, Mahit or Majid? I don't know, because it's a J in English, but you're writing that. I'm talking about Bahrami. Helena. Привет, очень приятно. Елена. Okay, очень приятно. Ivan, thank you very much for letting me know you're not Ivan, so you are Ivan. All right, Jeffrey, hi. I hope I did not miss anyone. But there's a lot more people. But anyway, please let me know that you hear, comment. Don't forget, before too far, it's really important. It's not like I really need it. I can live without it. But nowadays, algorithm on YouTube and Google works by the amount of likes and interaction in the chat and the comments. I would really appreciate if you can hit that like button and subscribe. Please don't miss it, okay? Don't miss it. Like button is a like button, dislike button is dislike button. If you're the one who don't like my videos, just walk away, okay? Just walk away. Yesterday I actually cast it out. I had a exorcism moment. One guy from Facebook, he was a troll, okay? So he actually wrote really bad comments, and multiple of them, something like, you should leave people, this person is not good. And he trolled me. I mean, I don't really take it personally, but on another hand, don't spoil my day. I mean, you can't steal my gladness. I mean, I survived a lot worse problems than just a trolling. But if you don't like, just I take you by the root. I pull you out and get out of my channel, okay? Please don't troll me, okay? Please. Just if you don't like the subjects I'm talking about, if you don't like me personally, I'm okay with that. I mean, I understand there's different people, but don't forget to like it, subscribe it, and hit the bell notification. Now, also about notifications, I've got a few emails actually from you, great people. I've got emails about that you did not get notifications. Okay, please check the spam box. Again, algorithm right now changed, and even YouTube sends the email sometimes and it gets directly to the spam. And you know, Google and YouTube, it's actually pretty much the same company, and they actually sending their own emails just because there's a link to a video to a spam box. Okay, so please check, and you should be able, if you are a member of my school or if you're on my email list, you should be able to get those notifications. Now, please, I would really appreciate if you can follow me. If you do have an Instagram, if you do have a Facebook, it's Woodcarver Grabovetskiy. Okay, just tag me in your posts or just to follow me. I would really appreciate. Okay, wonderful. Eugene, good to see you. Sound breaking, audio breaking. I apologize. Okay, let me try to be slow. Sound better. Now freaking. Okay. Julie, I apologize. Let me check what's going on. For some reason it shows my CPU on the computer takes like 91%. 91%. Is the stream also shaky? What about the quality of picture? What about the quality of picture? Is that okay? Let me know, please. Okay. So, but anyway, maybe because I'm talking too fast, maybe I have to talk a little slower. Okay, maybe I have to talk a little slower. Right. But anyway, so Jeffrey's saying sound is okay. Mark, thank you very much. Again, I don't know why it takes CPU today. I have a beefy computer, but it looks like it's almost like over 70%, like 92%. But my memory is actually excellent. My memory is okay. Good. Okay, I'll try. If there's a problem, let me know, please. All right. There's a few questions I've got yesterday. For example, I'm working on this piece right now, and for those of you who don't know what that piece is, it is a Venetian style. Venice, Italy, Rococo. It's actually 15th and 16th, later 15th century, beginning of 16th century development. Okay, I'm using specific tools when developing it, and that is just one section. This section is about 10 feet long. It's big. It's just one section, but there's going to be corbels on the side. On this side, and also on another side also there's going to be corbels, big ones, okay, huge. So all the way to the end of the board. Also I have to extend up. It's going to go to the ceiling. It's going to go to the ceiling. And one of the questions was multiple times, and I missed that. It's a Mahid or Majid. How should I call you? Okay. So the question was, if I'm using machine to finish the project. Okay, if I'm using machine to finish the project, let me try to pull that question, if I'll be able to. I don't know. So here's the question. Let me know if it's going to be visible. And Julie is asking, where is your carving going to be used? All right. So where's my carving going to be used, and am I using any machines? No, I do not use any machines to expedite the carving. That's the beauty of it, okay? That's the beauty of it. First of all, machine cannot get underneath in those cavities. That is a solid piece, okay? So it's a solid piece. So if you are a member of my school, and there's multiple people actually members right now watching my live streams. If you're a member of my school, one of the projects actually, it's a Venetian room. Okay, and Julie, to answer your question, this going to the room, it's going to be a room in a private house. Okay, that is going to be just going all the way to the ceiling, and there's going to be corbels, there's going to be some columns, and it's going to wrap on the sides also. So that is a room. Okay, but I have to be authentic to the Venetian style. I have to be really, really authentic in wood they used, in tools they used, and I don't want to use any machines. Besides, I mean, I shouldn't say I did not use machines. I did use machines at the beginning stage. What I'm talking about, when I just planed that, and I have a huge planer, like 25 inches, like, you know, a really big one, like about 1 meter wide, so I can just pass my boards right there. So I use machines just in preparation of wood for the lamination, for gluing. Okay, so that yes, I mean, I used machines, but as far as the carving goes, no, I did not use machines at all. All I used is just the authentic tools. Okay, authentic tools. Brian, welcome back. Welcome back. You just rejoined the school today. That is good. No, I mean, good to know. Absolutely, yes. But for those of you who members of my school, you know, I'm not expecting anybody to repeat what I'm doing. So it's not like a homework you have to work on. But what you could do, you could just take a snapshot. And I do have some pictures right there, and replicate some parts of it, because it's a unique acanthus. I mean, people, it's actually so unique, and I said that multiple times, so people don't really get it. They don't understand. Acanthus leaf is not just acanthus leaf. There's different types of acanthus leaves, and this specific acanthus, what I'm developing, it's unique to Venus, 15th and 16th century. And why is that unique? Why is it different? The answer is simple, okay? So nowadays, well, except nowadays you can't travel because the coronavirus is going on and the travel is banned. Pretty much you can't go anywhere. But I'm talking about pre-coronavirus and just a few weeks after. It's going to happen really soon. We're going to travel again, and I hope, because I have to travel this year, I have to travel a lot. Actually, I have to go to Europe, I have to go to Asia, and I hope everything is going to be removed. But think about, nowadays we can travel, and we can see different palaces, we can see different museums, and just take pictures and develop the idea, which is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm hoping I'm gonna be this year in UK, because I really want to see that courtyard, you know, Greenland gibbons carved. I really want to see that. Okay, I mean, in person. Okay. Want to touch it. I want to see. I'm working on a Greenland gibbons style, pretty much. I mean, some of my work is in Greenland gibbons style. Okay, Yaroslav. Dobry dzień. Okay, so wonderful to see you, people from Poland also. And okay, so Mahid is asking how to expedite, I guess, to make money. Okay, Larry is asking, could you say a little about your design thought process? Oh, absolutely, Larry. Yes, absolutely. So that is a great question, actually. So first of all, Mark, if you're still here, Mark was with me for a few years already. I believe 4 years. Well, actually, no. 3 years in a row, because he couldn't get the first year. It was sold out before he was able to get to the class in Mark Adams. And that's, by the way, actually, also, people, if you really want to meet with me in person, you really have to register before time. Okay, I know for May, class was sold, like, you know, right away, just like on the fly in Mark Adams school. I'm not sure if there's any spots yet in school, which is going to be in state of Maine, and also Florida going to be in June. I believe in June, and also going to be at fall. So if you want to register, just go and register right now. So don't wait, otherwise you're not going to get. But there's a waiting list. But Mark was with me in class, and the big chunk of this 1 week class, I'm actually talking about design process. Okay, design process, because people don't get the design in all, and that is the most important part. And like I say, all the time, wood carving has a three big parts of it. Okay, three parts, which all of them really important. Of course, the first one is design. So that is the first one. The second one, I would say, it's sharpening. And of course, the most important is carving, and carving. Okay. Yes, you able to skip design nowadays because we can download on Pinterest, just research and so on. But I lost my process of thinking what I was trying to tell you about this Venetian style and the design process and why is it specific to the Venetian style. I started with traveling. Okay, so nowadays you can travel, you can Google, you can find the pictures, you can just go on Pinterest, you can go just on Google Images and just find different styles of canvases. But back then, like 15th, 16th century, people stayed home. Okay, not too many people traveled. Like nowadays, actually, in a lot of countries, besides like United States and some European countries, people still stay at home. I mean, they don't travel a lot. I mean, were they bored, they stay pretty much all life. And there's a lot of tradespeople, people of craft, people, artists, woodworking artists, wood carving artists. And they born in a small town and they stay right there. And they learn from previous generations who also lived in that same town. And in Venice, they also had some type of guild. Okay, it's not exactly like a guild in UK. It was a bigger idea, like a woodworking guild, woodcarver. Woodcarvers get together, and there's a guild and one main guy and a lot of apprentices working for 7 years before they actually start carving. But in Venice was similar idea. So they had a woodworking shop, maybe not one, maybe multiple. They had a stone shop, stone carvers also, and the masters who knew how to carve stone or wood. They actually give that skill away to younger generations by just showing the techniques they do, and pretty much the apprenticeship. It's not like lectures. Apprenticeship, when those people inside of the shop daily and they watching the process and they getting the way those masters done some work. Okay, so in Venetian development, it was just based on one guild. Okay, at the particular time, and they developed their own idea of acanthus leaves and their own idea of shells and so on. But as far as the design process, for me, it's a big deal, and I really big about the spaces. The negative space, positive space, golden ratio, all the mathematics and stuff like this. Mark, great that you're here. Do you remember that we did a project a couple years ago, I believe, when we did not have the right piece of wood, not right supply, in a school, and we had to design together, and I actually told about mathematics of design right in class, and with the whole class we developed on a blackboard the design for wood carving. And that was actually exciting project. That was really pierced and nice. Okay, do you remember that, Mark? Let me know, please, in the chat. Okay, not in email, just in a chat. Okay, but that's what we did. Design, it's actually a lot more. There's diagonals. There's a Baroque diagonal, sinister diagonal, which doesn't have anything to do with the Baroque style wood carving or stone carving or even period Baroque. It's just a different approach. And I can tell you just one secret today. I don't have too much time today. Ben, good to see you. So you back. Wonderful, Ben. Good to see you. And yes, I've got your emails yesterday, multiple emails from Ben. Sometimes I'm getting a lot of emails and I'm not able to answer because I'm working till night. I'll catch later. Okay, I'll just catch later, with the answering. Okay, let me see. All right. Yes, Mark, great. So you sure do. So, and we did development. But let me show you. I mean, for example, do you know what is Baroque versus sinister diagonal when you're developing design for wood carving? Okay, let me know if you're familiar before I'm gonna show you. Okay, before I'm gonna show you. Okay, so let me explain. Baroque in this particular settings, just the design is not the style. Okay, it's not the style. So to be exact, it's actually translated strange, or some people using as a right way, Baroque ways, and sinister is translated as evil or left if you're in medicine. Okay, in medicine they're using that term also, sinister, and I don't think they do in the Baroque, but sinister they do. Okay. Brian is asking, do you change the designs depending on the type of wood you're carving? Yes, absolutely I do. I have to understand the property of the wood I'm carving. I have to understand what I'm using. It's not the same when you're working with the lime wood, when you're working with basswood, and when you're working with harder woods like oak, walnut, mahogany, birch. Even birch is not that hard, but still it's a little different. Why I like this one, I can actually pretty much design anything. Okay, I can do pretty much anything with the basswood. Okay, and yes, I do change the design. I do change the design. Okay, now Larry is saying, so Larry doesn't know what Baroque and sinister, and I didn't know that for a long time also until I was as apprentice myself pretty much. My teacher, he was really big on design, all the mathematics, all the golden ratio, Fibonacci numbers sequence, and all the movements, all the armature, law of space, law of rhythm, and so on. And I'm teaching actually in person. It takes the whole week when I'm explaining the whole process of development. I will have a class, I believe, in Mark Adams, only actually about the design. But let me explain to you, okay? For example, Mahid. Okay, there's a sound problem again. I apologize. Maybe I have to talk a little slower. My apology. Okay, I may be moving too much and talking too much. All right, but do you know the brains of Westerner? I mean, people who born on the west side of the world, absolutely different from brains who born in the east side of the world. When we're saying we all same, it's not really true. We even write absolutely differently. Okay, we even write absolutely differently. Okay, let's say I'm gonna show you on a computer. Okay, if you are born on the west side of the world, you start writing from the left side and go in that direction. Okay, if you're born more like on the east side, or like let's say those Middle Eastern countries, you write from that position. So that's what you do. Okay, so you start writing that position, and yes, we are moving down like this in most cases everywhere in the world. Okay, and did you ask yourself why is that? Why we writing that differently? There's an answer actually to it. Okay, there's an answer. Okay, there is the brain, how it functions. For example, for the Westerner, so we called it a Baroque diagonal. It goes like this. It's a Baroque diagonal. So we're moving that direction, okay, with the brain functioning when we're designing. So everything, all the design supposed to be just following that direction. In East, when I'm just carving for the customers in East, I'm sorry, I apologize. So that would be sinister, okay, going to the left, and that is a eastern one. So they're moving like this, okay, they're moving like that. But and also design is based, you know, on a movement like this. All right. So let me explain to you a little more. Let me explain a little more. If I'm gonna draw a vehicle on both sides, let's say two vehicles, okay, and I'm gonna just do a simple ones, okay. I'm gonna do a simple one. I'm not gonna do a complicated one, just a simple one, okay. Same. Two vehicles, okay. It's Fiat. All right. So, but if you are having a Western brain, when you look at this vehicle, when you're looking at this vehicle, so your brain functions like that, that vehicle goes downhill, okay. All right. So that goes downhill, and this vehicle goes uphill. So that is if you are born west. But if you born east, this vehicle goes downhill, okay, and that goes uphill. Just how the brain functions. I know it's just strange, but it's the truth, okay. And you can check yourself. You can try. Oh, I apologize if you didn't see it. Did you see it, by the way? Okay. Is that interesting for you or not? I mean, that Baroque and sinister lines. So I hope it did not. I mean, it was sounding good and the picture is good. I mean, check yourself. I mean, how your brain functions, where you go, okay, where you go. So left brain, it's not the left brain, right brain. It's how you're developing, okay. And for example, when I have a customers, like I said, on the western side of the world, I develop on one line. If it's on a eastern side of the world, I develop on another line, okay. People, if you like it, give me thumbs up, please, okay. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to like it actually below the video, okay. Also, let me give you a little update of this carving, okay. So what you didn't see before, I already developed pretty much almost to the end, except this little detail, okay, except this little detail, all right, which is called volute. So it's gonna swirl like this, and it's gonna go around like that, okay. So it's called swirl. But the difficulty of this, it's a sloping, okay, because it's going from horizontal vertically, just like that. That is a ceiling part, okay. So I have to just develop it, and I'm gonna film it today for my school. Only for those of you who member of my school, you will see it. And everything was developed, you know, on this slope. It's really difficult actually to get the design for it would be visually good from all the points. When you're staring at from the bottom and look at it, and also when you're staring at just a straight from different point of view, and so on. Okay. Larry is saying this material is difficult to find out about, all new to me. Oh, Larry, yes, there's actually books about it. Okay, there's some books about design process. It's not necessarily wood carving books, but I'll show you a couple of them. Okay, I'll show you a couple of them. All right. Oops. So I'm sorry. So, but anyway, right here, okay, there's a couple books, and Mark knows about those books. Let me show you closer, okay, and I can actually place a link to those books, okay. So one book is The Power of Limits, and another book is The Geometry of Art and Life. Those are books in English, of course. There's more books in other languages, but this is actually an excellent book of development, you know, all the mathematics of it and so on. And if you go to my Amazon page, I already listed those books, I believe, right there. But you can see it is, well, it wasn't appropriate picture. I didn't want to show that to you, but anyway. So you can see all the development of the movements and stuff like this. This book is, if you having brains a little more beyond than just a simple wood carving, those two books, I believe it's a good source So this is the second one, Geometry of Art and in Life. Okay, so it's all of the stuff I'm using pretty much, but I used that before I got those books. Thanks to Mark, who is still here, I believe. He also asked that where's that material possible to find, and that's almost impossible to find nowadays. But there's still, I mean, a few books it's you can pull. And yes, in my school there's some big brains. I have some professors of design part of my school with the PhD. Some of the people actually, in my school, and they still carving. I have doctors, lawyers, and on and on, and just the normal people like me, just furniture makers and the cabinet makers are carvers. Okay, but those books are good ones. Okay, let me show you one more time. Okay, Geometry of Art, Life, and Power of Limits. Okay, look, everything is just developed. Everything is just developed beautifully, and it actually gives you a little bit of history of development and so on. Some ancient work. Mark, thank you very much. I do have a link below to my page, and it's already right there. Okay, so it's already right there on Amazon. Follow that link, and I also gonna place a link directly to those books if you're interested. But there is some material. Okay, so I guess let me read some chat if there's any questions. Larry, I hope it answers to you. Okay, if you like that idea. Okay, so you can get it on Amazon. And let me see if I missed anything. But well, I mean, I should carve a little, like at least for 1 minute before I end this whatever live stream. But again, please don't forget to subscribe. It's really important. Like it, okay? Like it, because like I said, it's algorithm right now. Google and YouTube showing a lot better in results if you like it, and a lot more subscribers on your channel. Don't forget to hit that bell. Again, please, if you do have an Instagram or Facebook, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I really appreciate. And from now on, Stefan, good evening from Bulgaria. Good evening. If you do have a Facebook and Instagram, just follow me right there. Follow me. What I wanted to say. From now on, I'm gonna call all of you who's actually coming back daily, pretty much, people of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And some of you already know why. I really honor the old book. All right, and that's Exodus. It's actually Old Testament, and it says people who carving, they actually really wise people, right? So it says about the man who built the Ark of the Covenant. He was involved in all the woodworking and wood carving, stone carving, and jewelry and so on. And it says God filled him with the Spirit of God, with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And there's some skills, and one of the skills it's a carving wood. So looks like if you're here, so you kind of like the wood carving idea. So is it okay if I'm gonna call you people of wisdom or wise men? All right, I'm gonna greet you as a wise man. All right, great. Okay, let me see. Now, Roy, could you explain? Roy asking, could you explain how to attach Tormac tool rest to the workshop? Yes, absolutely. That would be probably the last question today. Yes, absolutely. Let me show that to you. Okay. The problem is also there's some new people signed to my school, and they jumped to my sharpening, and that is my preferred way to sharpen. I mean, to use a work sharp. It's a set, they don't sell it in Europe anymore, but you can use actually that idea on any of the machines. In an early version, you could get that bar. All right, so you could get this bar. Larry, what was that document again? Are you asking about what book did I show to you? Those two books, I mean, you can rewatch again. Those are just the Geometry of Art and Life. It's one of them, and another one is The Power of Limits. Okay. But anyway, so the problem is that was really genius to include that bar, okay, which gonna receive all of the Tormac jigs. Okay, so you can get all the Tormac jigs and just ride on that. I don't know exactly what the problem is. I heard it would be just a gossip, just because that bar was invention of Tormac system, so they had a problem, okay, with the patent. So they had to discontinue. It's one of the reasons. They don't tell it out loud. I called, when they discontinued, I called those guys, we communicated with them, and I wanted to take it over, that patent, but they did not sell it to me, okay? So because I want to reproduce, because it was a really great idea to have that bar. I love the Tormac attachments. Oh, how come? Sorry. Wrong camera. Ryan, I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. Okay, now let's go back. That is my preferred way of sharpening. It's already 3 days in a row I'm doing that stuff. Sorry, people. But anyway, so the idea was to have that bar attachment, and that is great. That is a really great idea. Stefan is saying we don't see you. You're talking about on Facebook? I don't know what's going on, wonderful people, today. I apologize if there's some interruptions. Hope it's going to be fixed. But let me check. Well, actually, it shows on my end for some reason. Adam, you're saying start again. Okay, can you see that now? You should be able to see it now, okay? You should be able to see it now. But this is a workshop. Okay? And that is a jig from Tormac. I really love the Tormac jigs. And I like the flat surface of workshop. So it's a sad they discontinued that bar. Okay? And the question is, how you can still use, if you buy a new workshop or even used on eBay, this one is old. That is a generation number 1, so you're not going to be probably it's almost impossible to get this one anymore, but you're still able to get the newer models, which is a plastic body. This one is still metal, but the new ones, they have plastic. So what you have to do, you have to buy this guy, okay? And I'll place a link. It doesn't come with this piece. Of course, this piece is just a dovetail piece. I had I just was setting up one of the machines in my shop, and that piece was just left over. But the idea is the same. This bar is made for the grinder, and this part actually mounting right on top of this metal part. It comes together, okay? But it has a bar. So it did not work out of box on a workshop. What I did, I actually attached that like this, okay? So on a block of wood, you can use 2x4, or you can use a dovetail. Dovetail is stronger. This is a maple, of course. Stronger, it's going to stay really solid, okay? It's going to stay really solid. Okay, let me see if you see me or not. Okay, let me show that closer to you. Right here, okay? So that is a system I'm using right now when I'm traveling, and if a school, they do have a newer workshop, and I can take mine with me. Or if you don't have if you got the newer one, this is the solution. How you attach it? So you pretty much just attach it and clamp from the bottom, okay? Just place a clamp and clamp it to the workbench, okay? And let me show that to you, okay? I don't want to get the wrong camera. So pretty much that same thing. You just place it on a workbench and clamp it, all right? And here you go. You've got the bar. And I'm not placing one of the schools actually in Florida. They like that idea. They've got those attachments, but what they did, they applied the whole thing on a piece of plywood. Okay, so they applied the plywood and placed the machine on the plywood, but it limits you. Okay, and they screwed that. Okay, they screwed everything. I mean, you could, but it's not the best idea. So you limit yourself with the movement. Okay, it is better if you can rotate and adjust, because by adjustment you can micro adjust, like I explained yesterday. I believe yesterday or day before yesterday. So when you look at the wheel, if you go on outside, it's a lot more aggressive cut. If you go on inside of the wheel, it's going to be a lot less aggressive. And you can probably just adjust it if you can connect, this piece separately with the clamp, and the machine itself. You can adjust. I don't clamp it. It rocks. But you can clamp it. I mean, you can just clamp it somewhere or just screw it, and you can adjust whatever the position, and also the height wise. Okay, so you can just because you changed the way you're mounting that on a piece, so you can just change any height. But it's not only that. Okay, it's not only that. So pretty much it's not only used on workshop. So you can do also on a Tormac itself. Not only on a Tormac. I mean, again, you can adjust and use that on any of the machines, pretty much. Okay, so you just adjust the height. You can adjust the height, and you can use on a grinder. But not only that. With this attachment, what you can do if you don't have a Tormac, and if you don't want to spend $1,000 for the Tormac, but you have just a grinder, and you don't like that hollow effect, which I don't. I hate hollow effect. But you're still able to use the same attachment and just to use the side, which is a flat. Okay, you're still able to ride your jig, and just adjust accordingly, and just to use the side of just a normal grinder. Okay, so that's why I like it. Okay. Okay. Great. I think it answers the question. Let me see. It's time actually to end right now. I really do appreciate. John is saying, "Hi Alex from Washington State. In a large carving like this, do you have concerns about moisture?" Okay, so you asking about if I'm worried about the movements and cracking and stuff like this. Okay, no, I don't. I know you asked that question before. I don't, and I'll try to explain it in the next stream, because it's actually more than just a simple question. I do and I don't. I don't because I'm wise when I'm gluing pieces together. I'm paying attention to grain. Okay, so that I don't worry. Second, my wood is all seasoned. It's all air dried, and there's a big difference between kiln dry and air dried, natural dryness. Okay, so that's also why I don't, and I'll explain a little later. Thank you very much, wonderful people. I have to end today. My apologies for the sound today and for video. I have no idea. Why. Please don't walk away until you like it. Subscribe it if you're not subscribed yet, and hit that bell notification for you just to get all the notifications. Check the spam box, okay, and whitelist me, just remove me from spam, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. It's Woodcarver Grabovetskiy. Woodcarver Grabovetskiy. Like me on the Facebook and share it, okay? Share it to the communities, okay? If of course you like it, okay? Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Blessings to all of you. All, should I say, probably all y'all. All right. Have a good one. Thank you.